everyone, and welcome to Autzen Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks and the House of Loud, a place where great teams go to die. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams, as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Army Black Knights, squaring off with another team from the Pac-12, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Black Knights will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Oregon Ducks offense will start this game off. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games, in big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
Both these teams have had some good moments this year, and they'd love nothing better than to improve their bowl positioning, build a little momentum by getting a win in this one.
You're just trying to punctuate the season, right? How big would it be for one of these two programs to finish the year as a ranked team? It would help them so much in the offseason with recruiting and really help their confidence.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
A loss of 12 on the play. Third down coming up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Golden. A little screen to the running back. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. The Ducks will line up to punt it away. Bringing it back, it's Lincoln. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. So Army's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Touch pass on the run. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes his man miss. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Quick completion on the out.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Correct snap. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Pulls and fires complete to the right. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
We've seen really nice balance here on this drive. Quarterback's 3 for 3. He's picking this defense apart. They've also run the ball well, too, and here they are down close to the goal line. This defense has no idea what's coming next.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Tripped up for the tackle.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And it's no good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Back to pass, it's Golden. He makes the catch. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Floating away. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Hey, it's a heads-up play right there. Listen, you're trying to scramble. You're trying to make something happen. Nobody's open. You're not going to be able to get out of bounds. Just protect yourself. Get down on the ground. Get what you can get and live to play another day.
They'll give it to the back. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And the Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Coming after it. Red pass, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Quickly to the tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
It's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they've built traditions and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football game.
Fair catch called for and made. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute.
Right down the gut of the field. The 20. Touchdown, Black Knights. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, the ground game. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? DBs will try to keep everything in front. Pocket starts to collapse. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Now, fourth down. Number 13, on to kick it away.
Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only...
Looking for the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's high. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The 51-yard field goal is not really unreasonable in terms of range, but they'll try to convert on fourth down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I got to challenge my guys all throughout the week. When we get in these short yardage situations, who's the bigger man? Who's the better man? Who's going to be more physical? These are the situations we practice all week. Challenge the manhood of the offensive line, and they come through in a big way.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. Dropping back, it's Washington. Back open in the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
I love the type of throw there by the quarterback, throwing to his running back on that angle route. That cannot be a bullet throw. He just puts enough air on it, makes it an easy catch for his running back on the move. Running back makes the grab, and he's able to advance it.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick pass on the fly motion. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on.
Touchdown, Army! What a catch and run for 6. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking for a man. It's Golden. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback moving. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to move them on the counter. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Scanning the field, it's Golden. Skips away from pressure. Across the 25, he's got room. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it on the move. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Quarterback adapted. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they wanted it. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. This one's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Grabs it in the middle. Oh, it's loose. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. Oh, my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the 1st down. And the Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They're bringing heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got 2nd and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got 3rd and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And it's no good. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Quarterback will audible. To the air on first down. Release to the back. On target. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Black Knights! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
The Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Army has it back and the offense ready to go. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in this second.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Well, jet sweep pass. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Little touch pass to the receiver. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy from the edge.
Really nice third down sub-defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
It is perfect, and they'll push that lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Louisiana is down, but they are not out of it. Not there at Cajun Field, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Troy. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quickly complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
Looking to throw, it's Golden. Buys a little time with his feet. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The Ducks send out the punt unit.
Number 13, in punt formation to kick it away.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play, just outside the 20. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. He is having a day. Already visited the end zone 3 times, and he might get back there again soon, David.
I mean, just crazy. He's getting open. They haven't had an answer for him. You think at some point you go, all right, he's not going to beat me anymore, but the defense continues to give up yards, and he is like, yes, please.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. The Black Knights get enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They go to the ground. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Picks up 6. Second down.
Guys, it is Army who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Just when they're looking run, now up top. He finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shutting down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
They want that clock to run. Fights off the defender. Touchdown, Army! And they take it in for 6 more points. The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. To the air, it's Golden. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Got his man. And he's brought down after a huge completion. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Quarterback keeper. The Black Knights get it past the sticks. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.